Hello everyone. So today I'm going to be showing you how you can use our SpotMap software, or in fact any of our software, to adjust the contrast of your images to allow you to see faint or weaker spots or bands that you might be interested in measuring. Hello everyone. So today I was asked the question by a customer, how do I visualize my very faint spots within my experiment without losing the accuracy with my very strong spots? And it's a very good question. It comes down to visualization of the image. So they asked, should I do that in my capture step? Should I have a longer exposure so that I can see those faint spots? And I said no, because the longer exposure you have to try and get faint spots, you'll likely extend the dynamic range of the instrument that you're using when it comes to your strong spots, sorry. And you want to be able to consider both. So what you want to do is start with an image within the dynamic range of your uh, imaging equipment, and then allow the software to do the visual changes that will allow you to see those very faint spots. Now, this image I've got here has a mixture of very strong and very faint spots. So if I zoom in a section here, very faint spots and very strong spots. Now, what you want to do is change the contrast or use the built-in heat map false color options within SpotMap in this instance, but the same goes for our 1D software for ethics. What you want to do is use the tools within it to change how you see the image. Now, all of our image analysis software doesn't change the values that you get from the image because they're read from the raw TIFF file. All that changing contrast does is change how we as humans can visualize the data that's held within that image. So what I mean by that is, if you bring the contrast right down, you can massively increase the visibility of these faint spots. So you can draw a spot round here and get one of your faint spots. I know that's not the most accurate spot drawing. And then you can extend the contrast again to get more accurate spot detection, drawing, manual spot editing of your very strong spots. It doesn't matter that these were drawn on at different contrast levels, because it's just analysing the raw data in the image, which our software never changes. But by using the contrast tools or the heat map tools that we've got within the software, we can make it much more obvious to the human eye where our faint spots are. So if I zoom in again with my heat map on, so you can see here we've got much greater clarity on faint spots, say here and here. But if I turn this off, they're much fainter to the human eye. So it's all to do with contrast and how the human eye processes light and processes kind of contrast on edges of spots. So it doesn't really matter if you use one of these modes or if you draw your spots in different contrast levels, as long as you make sure that the raw image that you're capturing does not exceed the dynamic range of the instrument, so you're not losing data, so you haven't got spots that go beyond the range of data that you can capture. So I hope that helps someone else kind of get their head around what changing contrast does and why it's important to allow the software to do this step, and how you can use the tools in SpotMap in this instance, but also within our 1D gel and blot software for ethics, to make your life easier when you're looking for these faint spots and faint bands without losing the data from your strong bands or strong spots. As ever, thanks for watching, and if you'd be interested in trialing our SpotMap 2D host cell protein coverage analysis software within your lab with your experiments, please check out the links in the description below.